Hi, and welcome to a story about Venus and how the female body has been shown in art. This is Venus, the goddess of love and female beauty in Roman mythology. According to the myth, Venus was born from the foam of the sea. In the famous painting The Birth of Venus, we see the wind god and the breeze pushing her toward the shore, where the goddess of spring waits to dress her. So why is Venus so often shown naked? During the Renaissance, Venus became a really popular subject in European art. Since she symbolized love, beauty, and sexuality, it was considered natural to paint her without clothes. It was socially accepted. People saw her nudity as part of who she was. But there was also another reason. Many artists, who were almost always men, actually seemed to enjoy painting naked women, and Venus became a convenient excuse. Now, if you search for Venus painting online, you'll find loads of pictures of naked women. Over time, Venus has become a word used for images of nude women in general, not just the goddess. But showing naked bodies in art is nothing new. It has existed for thousands of years. One example is the Venus of Willendorf, a small stone figure that is over 25,000 years old. During certain periods, like the Middle Ages, it was not accepted to show nudity in art, unless it was something from the Bible, like Adam and Eve. In ancient Greece, however, it was very common to show men and male gods naked. This was called heroic nudity, and it was a way to show strength, courage, and honor. Aphrodite, the Greek counterpart to Venus, was the first female goddess to be depicted completely nude. She tries to cover herself modestly with one hand. This pose is called Venus Pudica, which means modest Venus in Latin. Venus Pudica is an artistic pose where Venus tries to cover herself, as if she's shy or innocent, even though she's nude. It's a mix between showing and hiding, and it became a symbol of female beauty. But also reinforced the idea that women should be passive and modest, rather than strong and active. What is the male gaze? It's a term used to describe how women are shown through a male point of view. It means that women are often presented as objects to look at, instead of real people with their own feelings and wishes. Because most artists in history were men, women were often painted in ways that would please male viewers. But already in the Baroque period, some artists started showing women differently. In a painting by Artemisia Gentileschi, we see a woman being harassed by older men. Another famous artwork is Olympia by Édouard Manet, painted in 1865. It's inspired by old paintings of Venus, but instead of a goddess, we see a modern woman. She lies straight and proud, looking directly at us, not trying to please anyone. At that time, people were used to soft, idealized images of women, so Olympia caused a huge scandal. Manet's honest picture of a woman in control of her body shocked many viewers. But Olympia has also been criticized. In the painting, a black maid is shown in the background without much identity. This shows how black women were often made invisible in art history. Do women have to be naked to get into museums? In the 1980s, a group called the Guerrilla Girls wanted to show the unfairness. Lots of naked women in paintings, but most of the artists were men. For their famous poster, they used a changed version of the Grand Odalisque by Jean-Auguste Dominique Ingres, a painting very similar to Venus images, with idealized bodies and passive poses. Today, feminist ideas are taught in schools and universities, and many artists work to show women in more real and powerful ways. Still, objectification hasn't disappeared, much thanks to social media and advertising, where beauty standards are everywhere. Even though many people today are aware of the problem, idealized images of women's bodies still dominate. It shows that we have always had a need for beauty ideals to admire or try to achieve. Many people feel reduced to their appearance. And if you don't live up to the ideals, it can lead to anxiety, bullying, or eating disorders. That's why it's so important to show more diverse and realistic images of people. Images that reflect real life, not just a narrow ideal.